What's going on, YouTube? We come back to North Carolina from Louisville, Kentucky, and we're going to give you our after thoughts, our reviews, our highlights, our lowlights, our no lights of Louder Than Life 2024. I don't know if we've done a review before.
I don't think we have.
We may add this into the repertoire.
Depends on how well it is perceived.
We need more than Amy and Shane and Jeff to watch this. So, we're counting on at least 3. So,
Yeah.
and then Tony watches it 4.
Yeah.
So we need a couple more than that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start off just by talking about the trip over. The trip over was before the hurricane hit, and it was in a torrential downpour.
Yeah. It was already feeling like the hurricane was coming with all that rain.
It's a phenomenon known as something like a tropical preview or review, something of a storm coming. It happens like 2 or 3 days before a hurricane. Just found that out on the news this week here because people in our area are devastated. There's complete cities wiped out, which affected our return trip.
Yeah, and that's only about an hour to an hour and a half away from us to the west. But yeah.
We returned and we had no damage to our Halloween display, no damage to our home. So we were very thankful for that. We were one of the few lucky ones, I'm guessing. We picked up the debris in our yard.
We had, the power had gone out here for about a day, but we weren't here. So it really didn't affect us, but there's lots of people that it did affect that had no power in just our area, not let alone up towards Asheville in the west. And there were some trees that fell on the road and in houses here.
Yeah, there was places 20 minutes from us that was out of power for 5 days.
Yeah.
So like I said, we were very fortunate, very lucky. But that was our return trip. That was our trip there, and our return trip took an hour extra, which actually was longer than that. It was just an hour on a GPS. It was actually longer than that because once again, we were in a storm, rain. The hurricane had done passed through, but we were still getting rain on that Monday coming home. And we were on unfamiliar roads of traffic, mostly 2-lane roads of traffic.
2-lane roads, yeah, because we couldn't go to the interstate. Interstate 40 had been totally wiped out at the Tennessee-North Carolina border.
And it's not wiped out in one spot, it's wiped out in several spots.
It's pretty bad.
So it will not be open until a year later. I think it's September 25.
That's just an estimate too, yeah.
And then there's another interstate that was supposed to be opened back up in March of 25 going west as well. So day 1 was Thursday night. Best weather of the weekend. A little overcast and cloudy. It didn't rain until probably the last 2 bands, and it is just a sprinkle at best.
Yeah.
So we experienced the best weather day on the first day.
Yeah.
Slipknot played that day. I see you have notes. I'll let you take some more up.
It's okay. I was just trying to remember so we wouldn't forget what we were going to talk about. Well, like you said, Slipknot was that day, so there was a meetup of all the people that were dressed up as the Slipknot band members. And they met up in front of the Louder Than Life sign, and it was like a photo shoot. Everybody would take pictures. That was pretty cool. Do you know how you find out this information? Tell them how you knew about the meetup, so people will know where to look.
Facebook groups. They put it, somebody from one of the Facebook groups, I think it was Smiley. I'm not 100% sure, but he created an event and posted it, and I made note of it, and then I didn't invite myself. I put down that I was interested and I was going. I forgot my mask. This is the one I was going to wear. This is more of a retro clown because they were doing the throwback. So I did a Slipknot, and it was a QR code for our website to take you to Dots of Interest. So seeing how I forgot it, Spirit Halloween, this is what I went with.
Spirit to the rescue. Wally, Jolly Wally is what this was called. Jolly Wally Clown.
Yeah.
It's similar. They got the idea of what he was going for.
Yeah. I think I'm going to paint this one more like this one. That way I'll have two that I can leave at home.
That gets you leave here.
But yeah, we spent Wednesday night out getting that.
Also, about Slipknot, the Slipknot show itself, he played a song, and then right after that song, he announced there will be nothing else played that night after 1999. So you casual fans, sorry, that's what he said. Sorry. I don't know if you know this, but we're not. I don't know if you'd say casual fans, but we're new school.
We are new school, yeah.
I wouldn't call us casual. I'd still say we're a little bit more than casual, but
Right.
we're definitely not old school fans. We just started liking them probably 2008, 9, 10, somewhere around there.
Psychosocial and Snuff got us more into the band. We knew some of the songs beforehand, and we listened to more of it retro, and we, like the hits, the past hits, and then we like everything going forward. We like all the new albums from Psychosocial forward, basically.
And we know a few songs from before 1999 just because they're on Octane, they were on Guitar Hero. So we've learned those songs, and just from going to Slipknot concerts themselves, they play those, and we do like those. But there's not enough of them to stay for the whole show for us. So we did watch a few of Slipknot, and then we left.
They played the whole Iowa album. Yeah. Once again, we're old people, but we're new school Slipknot fans. And you're going to hear that again later in this video.
About another band. But as far as Thursday, I think that covers Thursdays.
Who else did we see?
I don't remember. Who did we see? Seether? Didn't we see Seether that day?
Did we?
I'm asking.
I'm asking you.
Okay, we didn't do our homework well enough if we don't know what bands we saw that day. I didn't know we were going to discuss everybody we saw.
We did see Seether.
Continue. Who else did we see?
I don't have a list in front of
Okay,
you. You done
all
told me I didn't do my homework.
Well, I didn't know what we were going to
This
do.
is not the first time I've been told that in my life.
So,
Been decades ago.
all right.
Day 2.
Was there a day 2? I don't think there was a day 2.
Day 2 was Friday when the
Helene decided to
rear her scary, windy, rainy head in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
We knew it was coming. We were hoping for the best. The best did not come. Talking to some friends of ours who work some road crews, they were ready to go, guys. They were set up on stages. They were told to move their equipment off and go sit up on a different stage. So there was a second schedule put out there for them. They moved bands around, and I feel bad for those guys because they worked in the rain to unload, reload, load up again, and have to load up to go home.
Yep. They had to move all their stuff from one stage to the other stage they were going to play at now, since they were moving around. So they really were trying hard to get it back going, but the wind is the problem. The rain was not the issue as much.
Yeah, but we could see it, you know, right as they were giving announcements that this is probably when it's going to open up. We were looking outside, and the tree outside our hotel was just whipping around, and we knew
they were still.
It was a done deal.
They were still. We could still hear sound check going on over there, so they were still trying.
Yeah, we heard sound check. We were that close in our hotel.
But it's no fault of anyone. You know, you take this chance with weather every year.
And if you're watching this video, it's too late. Aftershock going on, I think, this weekend.
Yeah.
And if you had a 4-day pass or a Friday pass, they were willing to give you free Aftershock tickets.
It's next weekend.
Oh, it's next weekend.
Yeah, so you may still have a chance because this will probably go out tomorrow. So yeah, free Aftershock tickets. Check your email. If you bought just a Friday Louder Than Life, you get just a Friday or
4-day pass got you too.
I know, but do you get just a Friday? I mean,
I don't
not
know
a Friday.
the answer on
Do you
that.
get just the day that Slayer plays?
Maybe.
Because I don't know if it's Friday or not, but I think that's how it goes. 1 day pass here gets you a 1 day pass there. All 4 days here gets you all 4 days there, which is an excellent, excellent offer. It's just that it's all the way in California. You'd have to, well, most people, because we're over here on the East Coast, so unless you're from California, that would be great.
Or within driving distance.
Yeah, that would be great. We'd have to fly out there. We'd have to get a hotel, maybe rental car. I don't know. We might just Uber, but
Sacramento is where it's at.
That's a great offer, though, if you're nearby that area. They got Iron Maiden.
They do have Iron Maiden. Slayer.
Man.
Slayer fans were there, and they were loud all weekend.
They were upset that Slayer did not get to play. They were upset at other bands because they got to play and Slayer didn't, even though that was the day they were scheduled to play, i.e. Motley Crue.
They were annoying. I mean, they were loud at the Slipknot meetup, too.
They were upset. I know, and not reasonably so, but, you know, it's of nobody's fault other than Helene's. Get mad at Helene. But there you go.
So, yeah, we missed that on Blackstone Cherry.
Yeah.
That was one of our highlights for that day.
Yeah. There was a few bands we wanted to see that day, but Blackstone Cherry was probably the top because we've never seen them in Kentucky, their own home state. We've probably seen them 40 times or more. Never seen them in Kentucky. Crazy.
So what we did was we went and watched Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
In hindsight, I really wish we went to a haunted house. That way we'd had more stuff for our channel. We can't film a movie.
We can't film the movie.
More content. Oh well. Speaking of haunted houses, we're going to one this evening. If you like haunted houses, this is the place to be. We've got some local North Carolina haunts here. So check us out.
Getting back to this, they because of the weather there, they allowed in and out access to the festival. Re-entry. You could leave, go to your car, change, refresh, take a nap, and then come back in or go to your hotel, which is what we did 2 days. We did that on Saturday and Sunday. Went back and changed clothes, t-shirts, socks, underwear, whatever got wet.
Let stuff dry out and go back at it again.
Yeah, I blow dried my hair. My hair was soaking wet, so I blow dried it, and we just went and got wet again, but wet and muddy. We wiped a lot of mud off and just went back in.
Oh, I'm going to take this opportunity. Over half of y'all that watch our channel are not subscribed. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share with your friends. Please, it costs nothing. Help us grow this channel. Help us give you more content that you either ignore or you enjoy. Like, share, and subscribe.
They had a pop-up party that night, Friday night?
Yep.
At our hotel, the Crown Plaza. where Jose and was announcing, and they had a DJ.
They did trivia.
Yeah, trivia, and they had some some dancing going on. He threw out some T-shirts. We went down there, stayed for about an hour maybe.
Yep.
Just to check it out, see what was going on. It was all right. It was entertaining.
It's definitely an eye opener for the reason we don't do discos.
Yeah. We watched some people break dancing.
Yeah, to heavy metal songs, hard rock songs.
But they were trying to, entertain and come up with some stuff to do since we didn't have a festival that day. So that was nice. So.
Yep.
What's next?
I'm guessing day 3, which would actually be day 2. And Motley Crue was your headliner that day.
Yeah. Who
caught a lot of flack and still continues to catch a lot of heck. Sure. I'm going to just say it. Does Vince sound great? No. Did Vince ever really sound great? He sounded better. Did he sound great? No. So, and I've heard people want to replace Vince. They tried that. The sales and people didn't show up. They're putting people in seats with Vince sounding terrible. So
yeah. I mean, he was not good, his voice, but I have heard worse. So
from him.
Yeah, from him.
So yeah, and if you sing loud, and I sing really loud, I drowned out Vince and my wife.
We got that was our first time seeing John 5.
Miss Mick.
So yeah, we missed.
What I'm gonna say about that?
We miss Mick. John 5 was fine, but it's just
fine.
It's not weird. It's not the same without with Mick not being there. We got pretty close.
About 7 rows from the front.
Yeah, we got pretty close, and it wasn't extremely horrible as far as crowd surfers and moshing and pushing and stuff. It was fine. It was not like other bands we'll talk about on Sunday.
We were surrounded by the younger generation.
Believe it or not, I thought that's why it would be kind of fine too, because Motley would bring the older generation, which they don't crowd surf. We're too old, most of them. But no, everybody around us were young people.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's good, I suppose, as long as they don't cause havoc.
And Tony thought they were going to cause havoc.
I did, because of the way they come up there.
She thought she was going to have to go all mother on them. Mother!
Who did we stand there and watch so we can get a good spot for Motley Crue?
Till Lindemann.
Oh my God. Y'all. Till Lindemann. Oh, I had no clue about his shows.
His solo stuff?
I had no clue.
I'm guessing if we'd listened to Till Lindemann's solo stuff, we may have had a slight inclination of what we were getting ready to get into.
Honestly, I didn't know he had solo stuff. I thought we were going to just still get Rammstein stuff.
No Du Hast.
I was so wrong.
No Du Hast for us.
No Du Hast. Not even Du Hast. You think he could have at least done Du Hast?
We did get Golden Shower song.
Is that a Rammstein song?
No.
Well then.
And the thing about that song, if you know what it is, you got images on the screen behind you 50 feet, 40 feet wide.
Of Golden Shower.
Yep. In its natural habitat.
If you want to, look it up. But
I've heard there ain't nothing on YouTube because it's that bad.
It's
and
TikTok.
they took down some TikTok.
Did they? Okay.
They had 30 or 40,000 views.
It's hard to find videos of that show. That's how bad it was. That was not just the Golden Shower. There were other things as well.
Every part of the human anatomy was undressed and on display.
Wide screens up close.
Yep.
Images you thought you would never have to see in your life unless you looked it up yourself. I didn't look this up.
Yep. It's to the point where I always holler. I like to see Ramstein at one of the festivals.
Yeah, we all did.
I'm going to mark that off my list. I don't need to see it.
We're good. I don't need to see Du Hast.
Nope.
Whew.
I'm Du Hast out.
It was something we'll never forget, though. I guess if that's what he was going for, a memorable thing that everybody talks about, he did it.
Yep. I think this is the day we saw Funeral Portrait.
Yeah, probably Funeral Portrait and Dead Poet. Was that the first day?
That was the first day.
Okay, Dead Poet Society was the first day. I forgot to mention them. He got tattooed on stage while he was singing. That was a cool thing. And Butterside, we got our first guitar pick at a festival, I believe. Unless we go up searching and hunting for them after the show ends. But this one was kind of thrown at us.
That was first day, yeah.
But those was the first day. I forgot about those.
I think that was also, no. Yeah, Funeral Portrait was definitely the highlight of the day for me.
3, yeah. They were really good.
Enjoyed them so much. Enjoyed them more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I know. I only knew the one song. Well, no, we listened to the album beforehand, so we knew a few songs. But the one song that made me want to listen to them was the one on Octane, Suffocate City. I really like that song a lot.
So, yeah, we enjoyed them. They're from Atlanta. If you live in the Atlanta area, I'm sure that you've seen them or they will be playing shows there.
Yeah, I bet so.
Let's check them guys out. What else you got for Saturday? It rained on us all day. It was a muddy, sloppy mess.
All day. It was muddy everywhere. So, yeah, our shoes. I had bought some Walmart shoes like on that Wednesday night when we got in because we knew it was going to be bad.
Aviators.
Just bought some cheap Walmart shoes to wear because I didn't want to get my good shoes muddy and afraid that the mud wouldn't come off of them.
I highly recommend these rubber slip-on shoes because you can wear your normal shoes. You don't have to buy boots. You don't have to worry about your feet being discomfort. You can still wear your good shoes and just pull them over top of it. And I haven't really had to clean my shoes, but I washed them anyway.
Yeah.
When I washed Tony's shoes, 8 times in the washing machine.
Yeah.
They're still dirty.
Well, we need to scrub them. That's what we need to do. I'm going to have to get in there and scrub. Although it don't matter because they're going to be my mud shoes from now on. Anytime there's going to be a mud festival, I'm going to use those. They were comfortable. They didn't give me any blisters or anything, so they were like $20 at Walmart. They done the job. Just say that.
Yep. And at some point, our friend Shane picked up a TikTok drink that he calls Blue Drink.
Blue Drink. D-R-A-N-K.
Lemonade, Kool-Aid, and vodka, which he was drinking Goose.
Blue raspberry Kool-Aid. Grey Goose vodka.
He was fun to be around.
We've never been around or experienced that side of Shane before, so yeah, it was funny to see.
Me and Tony enjoyed it. His wife did not.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It was like the roles flipped, and she didn't like it.
No. She didn't like it at all.
And if they were both that way, it was not good. Arguments ensued.
They wandered away from each other.
They got lost. Couldn't find each other. But anyways.
We enjoyed their company. We enjoyed hanging around them.
It was fun.
Yep.
Amy crowd surfed during Motley Crue and ended up, we was up there, we remember we said we was close. We was like, hey, look, there's Amy. Amy! And she didn't hear us, but she was right there. We could almost put our hands out and touch her. I thought that was pretty wild.
Yep. What else you got?
I think that's it for Saturday.
It was a muddy mess.
Yeah, just muddy. It rained nonstop all day.
So Sunday we woke up to them bringing in, I want to say 20 tons of mulch. And,
oh yeah, you could hear them over there with the trucks and stuff.
And invited out 2 high school wrestling teams to help unshovel it. I don't know if they give them a ticket, they give them a donation to get in. I don't know. And then they had all the DWP employees out there scooping and shoveling.
They did a lot.
So they put forth a ton of effort for us to have a show, because the mud could have canceled it too, because it could have been unsafe conditions.
Yeah. So yeah, they did a lot. There was a lot of mulch, and there were still places that needed it as well, but they only had a little bit of time, and probably, it's probably costly.
And then it was all right for a little while, and then it started sprinkling, lightly rained, and the mud parts that she's talking about, the water just set on top of it.
Yeah.
It looked like a pond, a clear pond of mud.
Yeah.
Which created a block. There was a muddy patch that nobody was standing in, and you walked through it, and there was the patch that they had gravel, and everybody tried to push in there, which I think may have affected the corn show by having so many people crowd into such a smaller area, because they didn't want to stand in that mud section.
They were trying to avoid that area, yeah. So corn was really packed in there. We were packed in over at Breaking Benjamin. It was so bad that at the end of it, I'm like, I got to get out. I don't mind crowd surfers. I don't like it when they're constantly like this, and maybe 2 and 3 coming at you at one time, and that's when it gets hard. But I can even deal with that. We'll manage that. But it's that when you're in there tight like this and you can't move, I don't like that at all. I can't. No. I mean, we got out. Yeah,
we were planning on riding on up in there farther for corn.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't now, seeing as they had issues with people. They stopped the show for a good, 10, 15 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
They had this message up on the screens and yelling, this is a safety issue. Everybody take 5 steps back. So they announced that like 2 or 3 times until they thought that people actually listened. Whether they did or not, I don't know. It's hard to take. When you're up there crushed like that, it has to start in the back and start going that way. But I can't imagine being crushed up there at that fence like that. They said they were pulling people out left and right that were getting crushed.
So Loud and Live has 2 side-by-side stages with a break in the middle.
Yeah. Where
they run the power and stuff, the wires, to the soundboard, and we watched it from the other side. We could have went back and then got in that mud and probably been all right.
And what was funny is those people were actually taking 5 steps back.
Yeah, until we told them, stop it.
All right, they're not talking to us, y'all. They're talking to the people over there on that side. We're good over here. It was funny.
Yeah, they were backing into us. I'm like, no.
It's not us. He's not talking to us.
So, yeah, that was corn. We seen Drowning Pool this day.
Yeah.
And that's when I jumped in the pit for what seemed like a lifetime.
The death wall, too.
Wall of death.
Wall of death.
For about, I don't know, 20 seconds it was. That's when I realized I'm fat, I'm old, get out. And I just had back surgery. But yeah, I helped about 4 or 5 people up because they got crushed in the wall of death, the mud. They were laying all over the place, so that's the first thing I did. And then it broke out into a mosh pit, a little circle pit, then back to the mosh pit. And I danced around for a little while, and then I got out. The bodies.
Yeah.
That was a good time. I enjoy always seeing Ryan back in the bed.
Yeah.
Yep.
We saw Any Given Sin that day, too. They were real good.
We always enjoy them guys. They're from Baltimore area. Check them guys out.
Yep. Amy got T-boned. Was that a body count?
In not a good way.
I don't know the story. What was it again?
Her and Shane were sitting there watching body count. And Shane had blue drink.
Blue drink.
So he wasn't doing his job of protecting Amy. And then he didn't stick up for Amy once she got run over by some dude coming through.
Because he didn't realize what was going on.
So he looked down. Amy, why are you on the ground? How'd you get there?
Somebody just went and rammed her.
So she was mad because he didn't help and he didn't know why she was on the ground. So yeah, that was good time. Good times. Good times. Yeah. I think both of them. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I think both of them that day had they were feeling jolly, feeling happy.
Wally, Jolly Wally.
Both of them were feeling wally jolly, happy. So yeah, that was a good day. Good times. What else you got for us?
I think that's it. Other than we were just Sonic started announcing.
Like $40 for t-shirts, $65 for sweatshirts, $7 for koozie. I think it was.
$5 koozies.
Yep.
They had 4 different kinds this year. I only got 2, but usually I only have 1.
So all good times.
We didn't buy any merch other than those 2 koozies. I think Shane and Amy bought a lot.
They did. We've got to where if I wear a costume, I don't wear a t-shirt, and we've got tons of them right now anyway.
I didn't see that there was any that I needed. Not that I wouldn't buy one, but I had most of those bands that were there. I already had a shirt from them, so I don't really need 2 unless it's a really good design that I like, but I didn't see anything that I needed.
Yep. So yeah, they dropped Sonic, a big announcement right before we was coming, and that was Metallica. And then they've been dropping 2 or 3 bands a day ever since. And right now, Metallica is the one that sticks to my mind, and I think Bullet is going to be there.
Hoobastank, I was kind of interested in them, as well as All That Remains.
Like All That Remains.
Yeah. So far, those are the 4 that I would go see.
So we're hoping for 2 headliners that we will enjoy. So yeah, I think that's about all we got.
Thanks to all of the Dots Adventures fans that came up and said hi. That was amazing. I loved it. We appreciate you watching and looking for us and coming to find us. It's always great.
It was, and what was great about that is some of the times I was in costume, so they were recognizing Tony, their favorite.
I don't know about that, but
Or as other people like to point out, the group leader.
yeah, I try to keep people in line, get us pulled back in. I lost control sometime this weekend though, with everybody getting drunk. We had an extra person drinking it, and I lost it. I lost control. I'm gonna have to rein that back in, Shane.
All right. So what else you got?
Festival season has come to an end for us this year.
Right. We're looking forward to going the next year, and we're hoping, got our fingers crossed, the AC/DC gets announced for one of them.
We only usually go to Sonic and Louder, but if they get announced for Rockville, Aftershock, we're probably going to go to one of those. No probablys. We are.
Bourbon and Beyond.
Bourbon and Beyond.
The one out in Oklahoma, I can't remember.
Rocklahoma,
Yep.
Incarceration, which I doubt, but
The one in Wisconsin.
Rockfest.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Any of those.
Any of them.
And then if they announce a tour, we'd go see that too. But
Well,
anyway,
yeah.
We've always wanted to see them at a festival setting.
Yep.
So yeah. Once again, I want you to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Kenny, and this is Tony. In case you see us out, say hi.
Yep.
If you like this content, we do music, we do conventions, we do other vacations, we're getting ready to do a balloon rally, we do horror conventions, we do regular conventions, haunts, we do parades,
DIY stuff.
Yep. We do cosplays.
We show all our decorating it for the holidays. Just anything that we do, we'll show you.
If we find it interesting, we want you to watch. All right.
That's it.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well,
Till the next adventure.
horns up.